Om Jananim Sharadam Devi Ramakrishna Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shlitva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. For almost a week or more, little more, we have been seeing the temple, the purpose, utility, and how we evolve in our spiritual life that we have been discussing all these days. And we see this world from ancient times, prehistoric, from Puranic times, Vedic times. We have been hearing that this world is a constantly changing flux, and life here is a constant struggle for existence and a kind of thing which is very difficult to say how the life is going to be. A person comes with great expectations and thinks he wants something lacking within, some fulfillment it is seeking, and it is moving, but every moment he sees there is great obstruction. I aspire to fly in very high altitudes, but I have no wings. Everywhere we see, in every field of our expansion, we are limited, we are limited, we are limited. We want eternal happiness. We want unbroken life and existence. We don't want any suffering and bondages to appear in our lives. We want life to go on smooth, but it doesn't happen because there is a cause and there is a purpose in future. The cause is our own creation, the product of what we are today. We are the past, our own past. We are the balance sheet of our entire past that we have spent in this world since our coming into its creation. This is one side limitation, another side limitation is nature. Nature has its own laws and its own way of existing. I cannot transcend the nature and go beyond. And nature also is limited. It cannot fulfill all the needs and demands of every jiva. So the struggle, constant life seems to be a constant struggle. Where is the place? Where is the way out? The only way out is to go within and find the divine. Manifest that inner divinity or transcend the nature and go beyond. And where is the seed for this tree to grow? Where is the seed for expansion to go beyond the nature? Where is the seed to turn inward, dive within and reach my own real existence? There is the divine within. This is the seed. This divine within wants to express, wants to expand, wants to pervade everything. And there alone we find there is peace, eternal peace. There is eternal freedom. There is eternal joy. And this is possible only by filling ourselves the layers that we are holding on to, his bodily existence, psychic existence, the emotional existence, all these are to be filled, including our awareness to be filled with divine. And there are various ways, and we see the temple atmosphere, the temple thing, though it looks meaningless outwardly, it has greatest meaning and a purpose and a thing that is going to take us ultimately. There is a provision, utilize or not. Just like there is a university. It has various branches of science. Automobile engineering is there, aeronautical engineering is there, physical sciences are there, biology is there, life principles are there, medical field is there, engineering fields are there, various innumerable opportunities, innumerable provisions. You can take up and go in any field. Like that, there is a provision. To utilize or not is left to you. There is a provision within. The divine is placed within you, which has to expand and know it. There is a provision in life to go in the process of evolution. For all that demands the life dedicated somewhere to the divine, to manifest the inner divinity, to transcend the nature and go beyond to the divine, to see divine in everything. And that we see that we have gone through the temple process and our individual existence. We can utilize that as we want to evolve. The ultimate thing is spiritual evolution, the manifestation of inner divinity, to become divine through and through and see divine everywhere. That alone, there is no other way to get freedom from the bondages that we are facing. There is no way to come out of the limitations that nature has put upon us. There is no way to go beyond this nature and have eternal peace, bliss and love. So, Nanya Pantha Vidyate Ayanaya. There is no other path, there is no other path other than to know yourself, to know the beyond. And that is what we see. We begin our journey somewhere where we can find a small place where I can see the divine. This is the place where in the whole world everything is divine, except divine, nothing is there. But I am not able to see that divine. Somewhere I must make a hole, a place where I can see divine. And that is this temple. Slowly it expands to come to yourself as the temple. Your bodily existence is temple. Then finally you reach the divine. So here Sri Ramakrishna is staying in a temple complex and his room itself has become a temple now. He himself has become the supreme Devata of the Yuga. It was noon. We are continuing with the gospel. Worship was over. The food offerings had been made in the temple. This is an important part. God partakes whatever you give with love and bhavana, feelings. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yo mam bhaktya prayachati. Whoever gives phalam patram, pushpam, toyam, whatever you give with great love, I partake it. Holy Mother says, when I keep offering to Sri Ramakrishna, a ray of light comes from his eyes The picture is there. Picture is kept, the food is offered by Holy Mother, kept before that picture of Sri Ramakrishna. A ray of light from that descends, touches all food items and gets it and goes back. You can see the food is as it is. The love that you have offered, the Shraddha that you have offered, the various things that you have given is alone taken. And then the remaining from that all defects have gone. It is divinized, spiritualized, and it is going to build up every cell of my body in a sattvic way that responds to divinity, that's able to perceive divinity. Slowly, the whole transformation has to come at all levels of my being. Food offerings has been made in the temple, and doors of the temple were shut. The Lord is given rest time. The worshipper and others, visitors, they also want rest. And we give the rest to the deity also. And exactly as you wish, the power manifests there. And actually, to satisfy the devotee, to satisfy the needs of the society, to satisfy the people who have Shraddha there, faith there, God does go and take rest. You want Him to take rest? Yes. Ye yathama prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyaham. Mama vartmanu vartante manusha partha sarvashaha. Bhagavad Gita shloka. As the people approach me, so I respond to them. They want me to be manifest in and through an image. Yes, I do that. They want me to take rest in the afternoon. Yes, I take. They want me to partake the food they offer. I do it. Sri Ramakrishna says, God is Nirguna Nirakara. He has no form. He has no qualities. He is not limited by any quality or form. Yet, for the sake of devotees, He does take the form and appear before the devotee. And this is the main thing we see, and the temple doors are shut. Sri Ramakrishna sat down for his meal. Narendra and other devotees partook of the food offerings from the temple. They too partook the temple prasada. Prasada. Manaf prasada. The prasada has a thing that is becoming favorable and compatible to a thing. Now a guest comes, probably unknown to me. He has come to my door. He says, I am hungry. Or he says, he need not be a beggar. He is just a person walking. He feels exhausted, tired. He wants to come. Or a known person comes to my door. My own friend. Someone comes. He is Atiti. He is a guest for me. I treat him like treating God. Please come. Please sit. Now, I may treat him any way I want. Oh, come, sit. I can, please come, sit. Now, suppose I say, yes, come, sit. What do you want? He may tell his needs. I may give it. But how best I can present myself, how best I can endear him, how he feels at home, how I can match myself. In every way, he must be able to feel my being flexible to this extent that what he expects, I want to be in that way. Then it is called prasada. And it must be beneficial to him, it must be elevating him, as if I am coming down to pick him and go up. This is prasada. Prasidatu, prasidatu, we tell to God. Prasidatu. Be graceful to us. Let your anugraha be there. Let your grace be there on us. The grace means it is not something, it comes as something taking me, I want to go to the other floor. Grace comes and lifts me and takes me there, like taking the crane or something, taking me and keeping somewhere. No, it comes in such a way that it understands, and in a most pleasant way, that I am feeling comfortable, I feel homely, I feel as if a mother is taking me in her arms. In that way, when it takes, we call it prasada. The food offered, my attitude is such, my mental states have changed. It sees no more taste or distasteful. It sees something beyond, where tastes are we have transcended the limitations of tastes. We have transcended the limitation of its nutrition. And only love pervades it. What is that love? The love of God. I am receiving, and love that I am pouring on God. It is mutual. I love God, so I love His prasad. God loves me, and He has made that food offering His prasad. It is mutual exchange. The eating prasad is endearing God. We are in a realm where I dissolve and He dissolves in me. Each time, you see, we had been to Belur Math long back. It was first visit, it was in 1976 to Belur Math. We had read, known, and the day I got my initiation, I went to Belur Math. The very day, same day, morning there was initiation from Prabhu Maharaj, Vinayakanandaji Maharaj. Evening, night I started for Belur Math. Stayed there and for a month. And the day I went, we were all volunteers in Bangalore Ashrama. A person from our volunteer group had already gone and joined the Belur Math as brahmachari. And we were youngsters as volunteers. And when the day we reached there, first person, the Swami we had to meet was Revered Atmasthananji Maharaj. And he was the assistant secretary of the Merchant Mission, I think, as far as I remember, in 1976. He said, the moment I bowed down, he said, go and stay there inside along with the PPTC brahmacharis. I did not know what is PPTC, and I said yes. He told one of the assistants to lead me there. And they were pre-probationer trainees, brahmacharis in Belur Math, who were yet to go to training center. They were freshly come, and I was made to stay with them for 1 month. And I was as if I'm one of the brahmacharis, but I was in normal dress, though with a dhoti, a lungi, and white shirt and white dress. I was free to move about anywhere, but brahmacharis are not allowed to move freely. They cannot go out of the gate also, but I was free to go anywhere. 1 month. And every day, morning, Mangalarti, it's a new world altogether. A Belur Math, all languages, Bengali going on here, there, temples, everywhere, puja going on, sitting there, evening arti, everything went on, and we became intimately related to God. Relating to God is different. To go to God as a devotee is different. As a normal devotee, we go to Belur Math. And to be a part of the Math and mission, though I have not joined as a brahmachari, but I was allowed to be with them in such a way that we established a relationship with God and all inmates. The inmates, we use a long term in English, which is Westerners consider in a different way. We were Antevasins, the indwellers of the ashrama, and we became one. God was as if God, Thakur and Mother, Sri Ramakrishna and Sharda Devi was our direct parents. There was no difference, there was no limitation. And after a month, we have to come back. And there, parting was most painful. Where am I going? What for? Was the question. Went off. We had to come away. And all care of a mother, when the child is going for a few days away, what all care can be taken by a mother was taken by the authorities of the Belur Math. Because we come directly under the trustees as if. Every water bottle, everything, leaving me in the station, food materials and all things, what was necessary was done. We came back, slowly that spirit, awareness drops down. New awareness of the old ashrama, old this one, flashes. Days passed. And then we saw things were changing, life was changing, we were going back to our old days of life, and our routine, everyday visit to the Bangalore ashram, brahmacharya, sitting with sadhus and all, learning so many things, Vedic chanting, this, that, everything. Slowly that routine was going on. Belur Math awareness was slowly coming down. But relationship with God was almost the same. It was in an elevated state of intimately related. It was continuing. Somebody, say Swami came from Belur Math, and he remembered that I have been coming here as a volunteer. And that Swami from Belur Math had brought prasad. And it was given in the temple to be distributed in the dining hall, and he had brought a separate packet for me. And when it was placed, same feeling of my being there in Belur Math with the universal parents, Sri Ramakrishna and Sharda Devi, intimately under their shelter at their feet came up. With prasad in my hands, I was not on this earth. That prasad, it is prasad, but it is just a sweet, some sandesh or something from Belur Math. But it has carried a meaning, a rejuvenation of life, going back into those days of my being there in their presence. It was a huge commotion inside going on. Oh, where are they? Where am I? How will I go and meet them? How will I see them again? How will I attain them? Now, you see what prasad means. Prasad is something which is beyond the material understanding. Just like an image in the temple, though made up of stone or a printed picture, is something beyond. A person loves someone, holds whole life as mine, that person passes away and that person's photo is there. It is just a paper with some colors and all that. For all others, it is a photograph of some person. But what about the person who was intimately related, from whom that person has passed away? It is, he sees the living presence in that photograph. In the image in the temple, one sees the living presence of God there. It is no more a stone image or a mud image or a printed paper. No. It is living presence of God there. When some M himself, the gospel author, asked Sri Ramakrishna, in those mud images, the understanding God exists must be brought to these people and all that, first meeting itself. Thakur says, why are you saying they are mud images, clay images? They are images of consciousness, Chaitanya. Why do you say Mridmaya? It is Chinmaya, Sri Ramakrishna corrects. Because he has not yet seen that Chinmaya. When the prasad, same prasad is given to a person who doesn't know it is prasad, who doesn't know what prasad means, and he has not visited Belur Math, he has not developed a relationship with God, to him it is an eatable. Like any other food, any other sweet meat, it is a sweet meat. For one who has developed that relationship with God, for one who has established his innermost, he has developed that love for God, for him prasad means something else. Now, Naren and others have partaken that prasad. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.